Settle in, little one. Tonight, we are going on a long journey through the whispering woods where the moss glows amber and the leaves whisper gentle secrets. Welcome to the Sleepy Sloth Club. Breathe in with the deep blue night. Breathe out with the soft green earth tonight. Barnaby will guide you through 10 quiet forest nights, past the ancient oaks, beneath the firefly glow, into the hidden hollows. Slow and steady, sleepy head. Take one more breath, in and out, and let the journey begin. Hush now, little sleepy friends. The sky has turned a deep, velvety blue tonight. A beautiful, cool teal blanket covering the world below. The moon is rising, slowly, just peeking out from behind the soft edges of the hills. It casts its light, not bright, but soft. A gentle wash of pale silver and warm amber glow. Barnaby stretches, slow and long, feeling the cool night air settle around his cozy fur. Everything is quiet tonight. So very quiet. Just the little whispers of the forest breathing in deep breaths. He begins his journey through the Moonbeam Meadow. His paws tread so slowly, step by gentle step. Step, rest, step, rest. It feels like floating on a cloud of cool, midnight blue mist. Look closely now, little one. Down here, on the tips of the blades of grass. Can you see them? Little, perfect jewels. They are dewdrops, each one catching the soft moonlight, making it glow. They don't twinkle like stars, they shimmer. A tiny, gentle shimmer. Each drop holds a piece of the night sky. Deep blue and faint amber reflection. Barnaby stops to admire them. He lowers his head, very slowly. So close he can almost feel the cool moisture on his whiskers. It feels clean. It smells sweet, like sleeping earth and soft petals. Further on, he reaches a small stream. The Moonbeam Meadow is bordered by this gentle ribbon of water. It moves so softly, like a lullaby sung just for the night. Barnaby crosses over to the other side. His steps are measured. He doesn't hurry. He matches his slow pace to the rhythm of the stream itself. Listen. Can you hear it? Trickle, gentle sigh. It's calling him to rest too. He sits near the bank, letting his feet dangle just above the cool surface. The water whispers tales of time passing, always moving, always steady. Just like a slow, deep breath in and a slow, deep breath out. Beyond the stream, there stands an ancient willow tree. Its long branches dip down, draping themselves like a soft curtain of teal and blue. It seems to guard the deepest, quietest corner of the meadow. Barnaby settles beneath its graceful boughs. He curls up just slightly, feeling the comforting texture of the moss beneath him, soft emerald green mixed with velvety midnight blues. The willow whispers things too, whispers that only come out when the world is almost asleep. They whisper stories of starlight and gentle rain. He closes his eyes very slowly. In, out, he lets the coolness of the night soak into his sleepy soul. The silence here is not empty. It is full of calm, quiet love. The moonbeams settle around him now, painting the whole meadow in a beautiful wash of soft amber light. It's not blinding, it's just warm. A gentle glow that reminds you how safe everything is tonight. Barnaby breathes with the rhythm of the glowing light. Breathe, glow, breathe, rest. There is nothing to worry about here, little friends. Just the quiet company of the night and the soft whispers of the world drifting off to sleep. He feels heavy now, so wonderfully cozy. The cool blue air seems to wrap him in a thick, comforting blanket. Good night, dear little sleepers. May you find your own moonbeam meadow tonight. May you be wrapped in deep blues and soft, glowing amber dreams. Sleep, sleep now. Good night from Barnaby and the whispering willow grove. Hello, little one. Settle deep into your cushion of quiet. It is night mode now. Deep blue velvet night. A gentle teal curtain has fallen over the sleepy forest. Look, if you watch closely, can you see the soft glow? These glowing spots are tiny amber stars nestled in the leaves. They blink so slowly, almost like they forget how to shine for just a moment. Inhale and breathe out slow. Here is Barnaby, my cozy friend. He is resting on the lowest, safest limb of his tree home. He moves with wonderful slowness, so wonderfully slow. Barnaby, he has been waiting for the deep quiet to come, and it has arrived. He adjusts himself just a little bit, a sleepy stretch. The moss beneath him feels soft, like deep blue velvet. It smells faintly of cool night air and sweet dewdrops. Can you smell the dewy quiet? Just breathe it in, slow. Barnaby looks down at his paw. It is curled up, resting on a patch of emerald green leaf. The leaf doesn't rustle, it just is. Peaceful, solid. Good night, little one. Such a very slow time to be safe. The only sounds are the drips. They fall from the tip of a leaf, catching the amber light just before they touch the pool below. Barnaby watches them. He is very good at watching things move slowly. He closes his eyes, and he imagines himself floating on one of those slow drops. Float, float. The water in our imaginary stream is the color of sleepy teal. It pushes gently, so gently, against Barnaby's fuzzy coat. No hurry needed here. Barnaby settles deeper into his cozy nest on the branch. He feels the rhythmic sway of the tree above him. A steady, sleepy cradle song. His breath slows down now. It is becoming a gentle whisper, a soft, quiet puff against the cool night air. Hush, hush. Little one, feel your eyelids getting heavy. So beautifully heavy, like weighted blankets of deep midnight blue. Barnaby drifts off to sleep. The glow of the amber lights seems to dim and grow warmer, like a sleepy lullaby humming in the dark. We are safe here. We are quiet now, just drifting with Barnaby into the slowest, deepest part of the night. Sweet dreams, little one. Good night. Deep breath. Good evening, little one. Good evening. This is Barnaby, the coziest sloth. He lives in a patch of glowing green moss, deep within the quiet jungle night. Look at the sky tonight. It's painted the softest, deepest teal blue, a velvet blanket, hanging over everything. Barnaby is nestled, safe and slow. He feels so heavy, weighted by sleepiness, so cozy. Barnaby wakes up, not with a start, but with the slow unfurling of a fern leaf. He stretches one little paw, just so slowly. His paws touch the cool moss. It feels soft, like sleeping velvet, soft and cool. He decides he wants to see something, but nothing rushed, nothing fast, just a slow look. Barnaby begins to sway. Swaying is his favorite way to move. Swish, swish, like hanging in the deep blue air. He hangs lower now, closer to the quiet jungle floor. The world seems to slow its breathing just for him. His fur catches the soft amber light of a faraway moonbeam. Glow, glow, so warm. Barnaby notices something below him, a tiny, shimmering sparkle. Sparkles. It is a dewdrop, caught on the edge of a massive, velvety leaf. The moonlight has collected inside it, making it glow with a pale amber light. Barnaby leans in just a little bit. He must look very close to see how still it is. He watches the dewdrop. It doesn't wobble. It just sits, perfectly round, perfect stillness. The blue of the night sky meets the gold of the droplet. Deep blue and gentle gold, just breathing in the quiet colors. Barnaby has seen enough. He has observed the stillness. The little glowing dewdrop reminds him how wonderfully still everything can be. When you slow right down, he gives a big, slow yawn. A yawning that tastes like cool night air and sleepy dreams. His gentle swaying slows. The rhythm of his heart beats with the pace of the jungle's breath. Inhale, exhale. The deep teal blue settles over him. It wraps around him like a warm hug. He curls up on the soft moss, feeling the quiet weight of slumber coming gently, softly. Sleepy Barnaby drifts down, down to dream of glowing dewdrops, of slow swaying branches. Sweet dreams. Little one, sleep now in the deep blue peace. Good night, crescent moon. Welcome back to the Sleepy Sloth Club. It is time to rest now, to drift into the gentle quiet of night. Tonight, we are following Barnaby, our very cozy friend, little Barnaby. Barnaby lives high up in the canopy, in a place where the leaves whisper secrets to the moonlight. It is so still here, so slow. Look at him now. Barnaby is curled up. His fur is the color of soft, misty teal. He moves with the rhythm of water running over smooth stones. Slowly, always slowly. Tonight, Barnaby is feeling sleepy. A deep, wonderful kind of sleepy. The kind that feels like a warm moss blanket. He needs something perfect for sleeping. He needs his cozy dream leaf. The journey is not fast. It is a thoughtful, deep glide. Barnaby opens one eye and blinks it closed. Good boy, Barnaby. Just breathe in and out. The night air feels cool against his fur. It smells like damp earth and sweet dew. Deep blues mingle with glowing amber. Everything is soft light tonight. Barnaby begins to traverse the branch. Every inch is a masterpiece of slow movement. His little claws grasp gently. Never hurried, he pauses. He looks up into the deep blue sky, just watching the sliver moon drift by. So far away, it reminds him to breathe with Barnaby. Inhale, exhale. He sees a cluster of leaves below him. They glow faintly in the amber light. Teal and deep blue edges catch the glow. Barnaby moves closer, inching just an inch at a time. It takes so long to move, doesn't it? But because he is slow, everything feels calm. Everything feels right. There it is, the cozy dream leaf. It has edges that look like soft velvet. It glows with a faint, gentle green light from within. It seems to be waiting just for him. Barnaby extends his paw so slowly. He gently brushes the edge of the leaf with one tiny claw. It feels cool and smooth, like silk left out in a soft, nighttime breeze. He carefully plucks it. It detaches with the slightest whisper. Barnaby holds his perfect leaf against his chest, right over his sleepy little heart. Now he must find the safest spot to rest. A nest, a cradle of soft sleepiness. He glides slowly across the branch, past glowing ferns, and past thick, comforting vines. Every single step is an act of deep relaxation. Barnaby finds a crook in the branch, a perfect little curve that cups him just right. He settles down. Down, down, down he sinks into the cozy embrace. The leaf feels wonderful. It whispers sleepy things into his ear. Sleepy, sleep. Barnaby tucks his head gently against the softest part of the leaf. The deepest blue shadows hug him. The warm amber light makes his fur glow softly. Now it's time for you to breathe with Barnaby. He breathes in, feeling the deep quietness wash over him, and he breathes out, letting all the busy thoughts drift away. Float, 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 like tiny dandelion seeds on a soft breeze. Breathe with me, slow and steady, like the gentle tide pulling back to rest. In, out. The sleepy sloth club is quiet now. Only the whispers of the night remain. The blue, the teal, and the soft amber glow. They remind us that everything good happens slowly. Barnaby closes his eyes. His little paws relax completely on the leaf. He is safe. He is warm. He is sleepy. And you are too. You are right here in this pocket of quiet blue light. Safe and cozy. Good night, little sleeper. Good night. Rest now with the slow rhythm of Barnaby's gentle breath. Sleepy dreams, peaceful slumber. Hello, little sleepy one. Welcome back to the Sleepy Sloth Club. It is deep night now, a soft, velvet blue night. We are moving very slowly today, just along the gentle curve of the ancient branches. Barnaby takes a slow breath in, a long, sleepy sigh out. Look at the light tonight. It is that perfect, soft amber glow, like spilled honey over deep teal leaves. Everything glows just enough to see what's next. Nothing too bright, nothing sudden. Barnaby is awake for a little while, just enough time for gentle dreaming and slow looking. We are searching today for something cozy, something that feels safe, like the inside of a warm, mossy pocket. We are looking for a perfect, hidden hollow, a very quiet spot to rest our sleepy selves. Barnaby moves his little paw step by gentle step. It is not a fast pace. Oh no, this is the slowness pace, the perfect dreaming pace. Listen, can you hear it? Just the soft swish of the night breeze moving through the canopy. Swish, swish, like whispers telling us to be calm. The blue around us is so deep tonight, a velvety midnight blue, and the teals, they hug everything. They paint the deepest shadows with a gentle coolness. It feels like sinking into warm water. Barnaby pauses. He curls up just a little bit, allowing his breathing to become extra slow. Inhale and exhale. The trunk of this tree, it is old. Very, very old. Its bark has been sleeping for centuries. It feels bumpy, sometimes smooth, like reading over the gentle curves of a storybook page. Barnaby stretches out his little claws. They barely graze the wood, just enough to feel the pattern. Feel the rough patch here, and then feel the whisper-smooth curve right next to it. Soothing textures. We are tracing a line tonight, a perfect, gentle arc, a hidden smile in the wood. Look closely where the branches grow out from this massive limb. They do not jut out suddenly. Oh no, they curve, they dip, and they rise like sleepy waves underwater. Swoosh. Barnaby leans his head against the cool bark for a moment. It feels solid, dependable. The colors are blending together, the deep indigo of the night meeting the soft glow of amber light on patches of green moss. It's all one big, gentle watercolor painting. We keep going, just following that curve, following the natural flow of the sleepiest path. The air here is cool and damp, smelling faintly of sweet dew and and sleeping earth. It is a smell that says, "Rest here." Barnaby watches every tiny detail. He watches how a single drop of dew, glowing amber in the moonlight, clings perfectly to a fern frond. So delicate, so peaceful. PFFFFT. A breath out. And then Barnaby stops. His little ears perk up just a tiny bit. He senses something different here. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is simply different. The bark changes here. There is a subtle recession, a small, perfectly formed dip in the massive curve of the tree, like nature's own cupped hands waiting to hold you gently. It is a hollow, yes, the hidden hollow. Look at how smooth the entrance is. It isn't jagged or sharp. Oh no. It has been worn by time, by gentle rain and slow passing seasons, until it created the most perfect, rounded mouth for rest. Barnaby breathes out a soft sigh of contentment. It looks impossibly cozy, like being wrapped up in a giant piece of warm teal velvet. The deep blue shadows inside promise quiet, complete, beautiful silence. Barnaby takes one very slow step, crossing the threshold. One careful, measured footfall. He is entering his sanctuary. The air within the hollow feels even more still. It's like being suspended in a deep, calming breath itself. The light that filters inside is just enough amber to be comforting, but soft enough to let your eyes drift closed. He curls up immediately, curling up into the soft crook of the wood. He rests his head on the mossy curve. It feels like 1,000 gentle cushions supporting him perfectly. Barnaby breathes in all the quiet peace of the hollow. A long, slow sigh out. All the sleepy sounds leave his body and drift away into the night air. He listens to nothing, or perhaps he listens only to the incredibly soft rhythm of his own heart. Slow, gentle, like a lullaby whispered by the tree itself. The outside world fades away now. The blue deepens to an almost black indigo, and everything feels safe, secure, suspended in this perfect, quiet embrace. Barnaby closes his eyes slowly. Just little slits at first, letting the peaceful darkness wash over him. You can breathe like Barnaby now, sleepy one. Slow breaths. Inhale the quiet peace. Exhale all your worries. The hollow is holding you safe tonight. It is a perfect pocket of calm, nestled deep within the slow curve of time itself. Just rest here with Barnaby. Feel the gentle blue night wrap around you, and the comforting amber glow guide your dreams. Sleepy Sloth Club Goodnight. The deep blue velvet of night settled around Barnaby. He was nestled on a patch of soft moss, bathed only in the gentle glow of the moon. It felt so quiet here, a sleepy, slow kind of quiet. Barnaby sighed, a breath that sounded like warm mist floating through the teals and blues. He let his breathing become very, very slow, in and out. His eyes slowly opened just enough to watch what was happening on the ground before him. The moonlight fell down in soft, silvery pools. It kissed the forest floor, turning everything a gentle, glowing amber. There were shapes there, long shapes, dancing shapes. He watched them drift. They did not move quickly. Oh no, they moved with the patience of time itself. One shadow started to stretch, a long, sleepy line that seemed to breathe on its own. It stretched across the moss, a silent whisper of charcoal against soft teal. Barnaby adjusted his position, curling a little tighter into his cozy spot. He watched it sway, slow, so very slow, like a gentle ripple passing through still water. The shadows were playing a quiet dance for him. A second shadow joined the first one. It curved and bent. It seemed to wave hello in the deep blue dark. They overlapped, blending together into soft washes of gray and amber light, just swaying, just breathing their long shapes across the cooling earth. Barnaby focused on the rhythm of their movement. See how they rise, up, slow, up, and then see how they settle down, steady, down. It was a beautiful, silent song made entirely of shadow and light. The breeze moved through the branches high above, and every time the branch sighed, the shadows responded. They grew taller for a moment. Then they softened back into quiet shapes. A sigh from the woods meant a graceful dip in the dancing forms below. He watched them glide across the mossy bed. One shadow stretched like a slumbering giant, reaching out its hand. Another dipped low, as if nodding sleepily to the steady rhythm of his own heart. The colors were so comforting. Deep blues mixing with glowing teals, all warmed by that soft amber moonlight glow. It was painting pictures that never changed, only gently moved. Barnaby closed his eyes just a little bit, letting his attention rest on the quiet sway. His breath slowed down until it matched the slow rhythm of the drifting shapes. In a long, deep exhale and out, the shadows kept dancing their beautiful, peaceful ballet. They swayed like soft whispers in the night air. A gentle curve here, a slow ripple there. Never fast, never sharp, always just enough movement to be soothing. He imagined himself floating on one of those steady, silvery ripples, floating through deep blues and restful teals. The world outside his cozy patch felt perfectly calm, suspended in the quiet glow. Let the shadows keep doing their soft, sleepy dance for him now. They are keeping time with Barnaby's deepest breaths. In a slow breath of peace, and out a long sigh of comfort. Sleepy shapes passing by. Deep blue night holding them gently. Teal glow washing over the moss. Amber light breathing life into the shadows. He felt his eyelids growing heavy, weighted down by pure calm. The dancing stopped being an observation and became a soft cushion beneath him, resting upon the quiet movement of the earth. Sway, slow, steady, deep sleep drawing close now. Good night to the moonlight shadows. Good night to the gentle dance. Sleepy sloth dreams, bathed in blue and amber light. Barnaby moved slowly tonight, so slow. His little sloth paws rested on the smooth, cool moss. The night was deep blue, painted with the softest streaks of teal and gentle amber light. Barnaby breathed in a long, slow sigh. He drifted through the quiet forest floor, following only the faintest whisper of scent. Every movement felt like a sleepy wave, rocking him gently toward his destination. He wasn't rushing anywhere. He was simply arriving where he needed to be. The air grew warmer here, smelling faintly sweet, like dew kissed by moonlight. And there it was, the velvet mushroom patch, a quiet place tucked under the biggest root, a carpet of pillowy color waiting for sleep. Barnaby paused at the edge. He could see the mushrooms unfolding in a gentle cluster. They were not bright colors. They were deep whispers of color, shades of midnight blue mixed with softest sea teal. Each cap looked like velvet, dusted lightly with glowing amber spores that He stretched out one sleepy paw, careful not to disturb the quiet arrangement. His claws barely brushed against a stem, making no sound at all. The mushrooms seemed to sigh back, absorbing his touch into their pillowy folds. They felt so incredibly soft, like resting your cheek on cool cloud fluff. Barnaby leaned closer. He watched how the light caught the texture of one large cap. It was deep blue velvet, velvety and calming. Another nearby mushroom glowed a gentle teal, pulsing with its own quiet amber warmth. They did not speak, but they held the deepest silence, the kind that makes eyelids feel heavy and slow. He settled his belly low to the ground, resting against the mossy edge of the patch. He spent time just watching the light shift. A single sliver of amber glow would creep from beneath a cap, painting stripes of warm light onto the cool blue velvet. Then the glow would retreat, leaving only the deep, restful teal shadows behind. Barnaby closed his eyes for a moment, listening to the rhythm of the forest night, a slow asterisk hush asterisk, a quiet sigh asterisk. It matched the steady beat of his own sleepy heart. The mushrooms seemed to breathe with him. They breathed in the cool blue of the deep night and exhaled soft, gentle warmth like glowing breath. He imagined smelling the patch, a scent of rain that never falls, mixed with honeyed dreams. Slowly, he began to trace patterns on his paw pads, circles, spirals, perfect slow loops. Each loop was slower than the last. 1, 2, 3. The world outside the mushroom patch faded away. There was only blue and teal, soft and endless. Punctuate, he found a spot where several mushrooms overlapped, creating a cushion of unimaginable softness. It felt like sinking into deep sleep itself. Barnaby curled up, his fur settling down around him like a warm blanket made of midnight moss. The glow from the patches began to feel less like light and more like a comforting hum, a low-frequency sound that vibrated through his chest and settled over his mind. The blue deepened, turning richer, calmer. The teal breathed out into his sleepy lungs. He let the soft colors wash over him. Deep blue, letting go of everything awake. Teal, washing away any busy thoughts. And the amber glow, just a quiet little warmth that reminded him to breathe slowly. Breathe in deep and exhale and let it all float away. He drifted through the velvet textures. So much softness, so gentle. There was nowhere else he needed to be, and nothing more he needed to do. Just resting in the quiet peace of the velvety sleep patch under the whispering night sky, the world around Barnaby became muffled. The colors blended into one perfect wash of cool comfort, a swirl of sleepy blue and teal. He felt himself drifting down, deeper and slower, carried by the rhythmic glow. His breathing slowed until it was almost imperceptible. He was safe here, cocooned in the soft folds. Every mushroom cap was a whisper of goodnight. Every patch of moss was a reminder to slow down. Slow, so very slow. The stars above, visible through the canopy gaps, seemed to wink only in sleepy amber light. Barnaby sighed one last time, a puff of warm air into the quiet night. He nestled deeper into the cushion, suspended between deep blue dream and soft teal slumber. The mushroom patch held him gently, cradling his sleep until the morning's first whispers arrived. Good night, little dreams. Sleep deeply now. Barnaby moved slowly tonight, so slow. His little sloth paws rested on the cool, smooth bark of his favorite branch. The night was deep blue, painted with the softest streaks of teal and gentle amber light. Barnaby breathed in a long, slow sigh. He watched the canopy above, where the last autumn leaves still clung to their branches. Every movement felt like a sleepy wave, rocking him gently toward his destination. He wasn't rushing anywhere. He was simply arriving where he needed to be. The air grew cooler here, smelling faintly sweet, like dried leaves and moonlit earth. And then it happened. The first leaf let go, a quiet descent, spiraling slowly through the still night air. A bronze whisper falling toward sleep. Barnaby tilted his head upward. He could see more leaves loosening their grip. They were not falling quickly, oh no. They drifted with the patience of time itself. Each leaf was a different shade, bronze and copper, deep amber and muted gold. They caught the moonlight as they turned, flashing once, then fading back into shadow. He stretched out one sleepy paw, holding it palm up toward the canopy. A single leaf landed on his fur, so light it barely registered. It was warm from its long day in the sun, now cooling in the gentle night. The edges curled softly, like a tiny sleeping hand. Barnaby leaned closer. He watched how the light caught the veins of one large leaf. It was bronze velvet, delicate and calming. Another nearby leaf spiraled in slow circles, pulsing with its own quiet amber warmth. They did not rush, but they held the deepest silence, the kind that makes eyelids feel heavy and slow. He settled his belly low against the branch, resting his chin on his folded paws. He spent time just watching the leaves descend. A single bronze leaf would catch a sliver of amber moonlight, painting warm stripes across the cool blue darkness. Then the leaf would turn, and the glow would retreat, leaving only the deep, restful teal shadows behind. Barnaby closed his eyes for a moment, listening to the rhythm of the autumn night, a slow rustle, a quiet sigh. It matched the steady beat of his own sleepy heart. The falling leaves seemed to breathe with him. They breathed in the cool blue of the deep night and exhaled soft, gentle warmth like glowing breath. He imagined smelling the autumn air, a scent of dry earth and honeyed memories. Slowly, he began to trace patterns on his paw pads, circles, spirals, perfect slow loops. Each loop was slower than the last. 1, 2, 3. The world outside the falling leaves faded away. There was only bronze and amber, soft and endless, punctuated by the quiet drift of autumn toward winter. He found a spot where several leaves had gathered in the crook of the branch, creating a cushion of unimaginable softness. It felt like sinking into deep sleep itself. Barnaby curled up, his fur settling down around him like a warm blanket made of midnight moss and fallen bronze. The glow from the moonlight began to feel less like light and more like a comforting hum, a low-frequency sound that vibrated through his chest and settled over his mind. The blue deepened, turning richer, calmer. The bronze leaves breathed out into his sleepy lungs. He let the soft colors wash over him. Deep blue, letting go of everything awake. Bronze, washing away any busy thoughts. And the amber glow, just a quiet little warmth that reminded him to breathe slowly. Breathe in deep and exhale, and let it all float away. He drifted through the falling textures. So much softness, so gentle. There was nowhere else he needed to be, and nothing more he needed to do. Just resting in the quiet peace of the autumn drift under the whispering night sky. The world around Barnaby became muffled. The colors blended into one perfect wash of cool comfort, a swirl of sleepy blue and bronze. He felt himself drifting down, deeper and slower, carried by the rhythmic fall of leaves. His breathing slowed until it was almost imperceptible. He was safe here, cocooned in the soft folds of autumn. Every falling leaf was a whisper of goodnight. Every patch of moss was a reminder to slow down. Slow, so very slow. The stars above, visible through the canopy gaps, seemed to wink only in sleepy amber light. Barnaby sighed one last time, a puff of warm air into the quiet night. He nestled deeper into the cushion of leaves, suspended between deep blue dream and soft bronze slumber. The autumn night held him gently, cradling his sleep until the morning's first whispers arrived. Good night, little dreams. Sleep deeply now. Barnaby moved slowly tonight, so slow. His little sloth paws rested on the warm, textured bark of the old pine tree. The night was deep blue, painted with the softest streaks of teal and gentle amber light. Barnaby breathed in a long, slow sigh. He drifted along the trunk, following only the faintest whisper of sweet scent. Every movement felt like a sleepy wave, rocking him gently toward his destination. He wasn't rushing anywhere. He was simply arriving where he needed to be. The air grew warmer here, smelling faintly sweet, like honey and moonlit resin. And there it was, the midnight sap, a quiet drop forming at the edge of a bark wound, a golden tear waiting to fall. Barnaby paused beside the drop. He could see the sap gathering, slow and deliberate. It was not a bright color. It was a deep whisper of gold amber mixed with the softest moonlight silver. The drop grew heavier with each passing moment, stretching downward like a sleepy pendulum. He stretched out one sleepy paw, careful not to disturb the quiet formation. His claws hovered inches away, feeling the faint warmth radiating from the golden sphere. The sap seemed to pulse back, absorbing his presence into its glowing surface. It looked so incredibly precious, like a tiny captured star. Barnaby leaned closer. He watched how the light caught the curve of the drop. It was liquid amber, smooth and calming. The surface reflected the deep blue night sky, holding the whole world inside its tiny sphere. It did not fall, but it held the deepest patience, the kind that makes eyelids feel heavy and slow. He settled his belly low against the bark, resting his chin on his folded paws. He spent time just watching the drop grow. A single sliver of amber light would shift across the surface, painting warm reflections onto the cool blue darkness. Then the light would settle, leaving only the deep, restful teal shadows behind. Barnaby closed his eyes for a moment, listening to the rhythm of the pine night, a slow creak, a quiet sigh. It matched the steady beat of his own sleepy heart. The sap drop seemed to breathe with him. It breathed in the cool blue of the deep night and exhaled soft, gentle warmth like glowing breath. He imagined smelling the resin, a scent of ancient trees that never sleep, mixed with honeyed dreams. Slowly, he began to trace patterns on his paw pads, circles, spirals, perfect slow loops. Each loop was slower than the last. 1, 2, 3. The world outside the golden drop faded away. There was only amber and teal, soft and endless, punctuated by the quiet patience of midnight resin. He found a spot where the bark formed a natural cradle, creating a cushion of unimaginable softness. It felt like sinking into deep sleep itself. Barnaby curled up, his fur settling down around him like a warm blanket made of midnight moss and golden warmth. The glow from the sap began to feel less like light and more like a comforting hum, a low-frequency sound that vibrated through his chest and settled over his mind. The blue deepened, turning richer, calmer. The amber breathed out into his sleepy lungs. He let the soft colors wash over him. Deep blue, letting go of everything awake. Amber, washing away any busy thoughts. And the golden glow, just a quiet little warmth that reminded him to breathe slowly. Breathe in deep and exhale and let it all float away. He drifted through the golden textures. So much softness, so gentle. There was nowhere else he needed to be, and nothing more he needed to do. Just resting in the quiet peace of the midnight sap under the whispering night sky. The world around Barnaby became muffled. The colors blended into one perfect wash of cool comfort, a swirl of sleepy blue and amber. He felt himself drifting down, deeper and slower, carried by the rhythmic glow of the golden drop. His breathing slowed until it was almost imperceptible. He was safe here, cocooned in the warm bark. The sap drop was a whisper of goodnight. Every patch of moss was a reminder to slow down. Slow, so very slow. The stars above, visible through the canopy gaps, seemed to wink only in sleepy amber light. Barnaby sighed one last time, a puff of warm air into the quiet night. He nestled deeper into the bark cradle, suspended between deep blue dream and soft amber slumber. The midnight sap held him gently, cradling his sleep until the morning's first whispers arrived. Good night, little dreams. Sleep deeply now. Barnaby rested high in the canopy tonight. The night was painted in the deepest shades of indigo and soft teal. A gentle amber glow filtered through the leaves above, casting warm pools of light on the mossy branches. Barnaby breathed slowly, in and out. His little paws curled around the smooth bark, feeling the quiet rhythm of the ancient tree beneath him. The forest was still, almost completely still, except for one sound, a soft, distant call, low and warm. It drifted through the canopy like a slow wave of comfort. Barnaby tilted his head. His sleepy eyes looked up toward the darkest part of the canopy. There, perched on a thick branch far above, sat an old owl. The owl was not moving. It was simply sitting, wrapped in its own feathers like a soft, round pillow. The owl called again, a low, gentle hoot. It was not loud. It was barely more than a whisper carried on the cool night air. The sound rolled through the trees like a slow, sleepy drum. Barnaby listened. He did not need to move. He did not need to search. The sound came to him. It wrapped around him like a warm blanket woven from moonlight and quiet. The owl called once more. Barnaby matched his breathing to the rhythm. The hoot came slow. Barnaby breathed in slow. The silence between the calls was long. Barnaby held his breath gently. Then the hoot returned. Barnaby let his breath out. Slow, easy, quiet. The night air felt cool against his fur. It smelled of damp moss and sleeping leaves. The amber light shifted slightly as a breeze moved through the canopy. Just a whisper of movement, just enough to remind him that the world was still turning, still breathing. still calm, Barnaby closed his eyes for a moment. He let the owl's voice fill the spaces between his thoughts. Each hoot was a soft stone dropped into a still pond. The ripples spread outward, slow, gentle, fading into quiet. High above, the owl shifted its weight, just a little. Its feathers rustled with a sound like dry leaves settling after autumn rain. The owl was keeping watch, not for danger, not for anything urgent. It was simply watching the night, keeping it company. Barnaby felt safe knowing the owl was there, a quiet guardian of the deep blue hours. The owl's presence was a promise that the night would hold, that the darkness was not empty. It was full of soft sounds and gentle glows and slow, steady breathing. The amber light grew warmer for a moment. A single beam slipped through the canopy and touched Barnaby's fur. It felt like a hand resting on his shoulder, reassuring, present, calm. The owl's calls grew farther apart now, longer pauses between each gentle hoot. The forest was settling deeper into sleep. The teal shadows stretched longer. The indigo sky deepened to something richer, something heavier with rest. Barnaby curled tighter into his branch. His breathing slowed to match the owl's fading rhythm. The calls were just echoes now, barely there, just a memory of sound lingering in the cool air. He felt his body growing heavy. The moss beneath him was soft. The bark against his back was solid. The night wrapped around him like a deep blue cocoon. Warm, safe, quiet. The last hoot drifted through the canopy. So soft it might have been a dream. Barnaby smiled, just a little. His eyes closed completely. The owl kept its silent watch. The forest held its breath, and Barnaby drifted into the deepest, most peaceful sleep of the night. And so, the whispering woods grow quiet now. You have wandered through 10 gentle forest nights, through the Moonbeam, Meadow following the firefly's lantern, beneath the moonlight, Dewdrop resting on the cozy dream leaf, into the hidden hollow, watching the moonlight shadows, across the velvet mushroom patch, through the drifting autumn leaves, past the midnight sap, and into the sleepy owl's hoot. Barnaby has found his rest, deep in the heart of the woods, beneath the deep blue canopy, wrapped in the soft green earth. Breathe in the memory of the forest. Breathe out the long, slow journey. Deep breath, soft heart, sleepy eyes. Beyond the woods, the coast is waiting, the starlit coast, where the waves whisper a different lullaby. But that is for another night. For now, sleep deeply, little one. Sleep softly. Good night from Barnaby. Good night from the Sleepy Sloth Club. Good night, good night.